Hi friends, this is me, Dr. Jagdish Jagtap, and I'm really excited to present this small revision podcast of the third chapter of the Indian Economic Survey, that is spreading jam across the India's economy. Well, this jam is not this jam. The J stands for the Jandan bank accounts, the A stands for Aadhaar cards, and M stands for mobile. I like to present the numbers here. We have 12 crore and counting Jandan accounts. This is a phenomenal achievement of financial inclusion. Secondly, we have 99 crore and counting Aadhaar cards. All of them are biometrically verified. This too is a stupendous achievement of the government. And thirdly, we have 110 crore plus mobile numbers. You combine all of these three together, and we have a potent force to change the face of India's economy. Personally, as an aspirant and personally as a citizen, I am really excited about this combination of achieving financial inclusion of the lowest of the lowers, what Mahatma Gandhi called as Sarvodaya. So, the story begins with the beneficiary. So, this is the common man of India, and the common man, the poorest of the poor. He needs the subsidy. He needs the help. Who can help him? The government can help him. The government really wants to help this fellow, but traditionally the tried and tested methods of providing subsidy failed because of lots of leakages and corruption. So directly this transfer was not happening. So this jam trilogy or the jam trinity means that the government will transfer money to the bank account of the beneficiary, and the beneficiary will access the money from the bank. So here we have three stages. First is the identification. The government should be able to identify the beneficiary. हमने ऐसे देखा है बहुत बार कि गांव में जिस बंदे के पास 3 ट्रैक्टर है वो दारिद्र्य रेखा के नीचे है, उसके पास वो बीपीएल कार्ड रहता है, पर इससे हमें कोई तकरार नहीं है, रहने दो उसको। अगर 2 किलो ज़्यादा चावल मिलता है तो ठीक है, बट द पुअर फेलो, द दलित, द पुअरेस्ट ऑफ द पुअर, द वन हु ब्रेक, जो पत्थर तोड़ते हैं, उनके पास बीपीएल कार्ड नहीं. दैट इज द सैडेस्ट पार्ट. सो आइडेंटिफिकेशन इज एन इशू विच द गवर्नमेंट विल हैव टू डील विद. कि ऐसा ना हो जाए कि इन दिस बिड टू अचीव द डायरेक्ट बेनिफिट ट्रांसफर द मोस्ट vulnerable people are left out. So that has to be tackled. We'll deal with that in the podcast. Secondly, we have the transfer issue, that the government should be able to transfer that money seamlessly into the bank. Thirdly, and the most important thing, is that the beneficiary should be able to access his money in the bank and use it as per his need. So let us first talk about the identification issue. So for this, the government has used this Aadhaar card with biometric identification and has issued almost 99 crore Aadhaar cards. Three issues arise out of this identification. First is proper targeting. The government should be able to target these people. Like now, if we talk about the LPG subsidy, this was a universal subsidy. Here as such no targeting was required, so this was easier to implement. But if we are supposed to target a certain group, that is if we have to target the poor people or people of a certain occupation, people of a certain gender, that will be difficult. So this is the first issue which we have to deal with. Secondly, it is the database. Do we have the database of all the people? Now currently this work is going on at a good speed, and we have considerable databases of all the beneficiaries. Thirdly, should we target at the household level or at the individual level? Now LPG was targeted at the household level, but suppose for some certain other subsidies we'll have to target at individual level, because if we give each and every money at household level, we are not sure whether that money will be used for the intended purpose. क्योंकि अगर वो the male of the house of or the person who has this account, Jandan account, if that fellow is a drunkard, रोज़ दारू पी रहा है तो फिर वो घर में तो पैसा देने वाला है नहीं. So that is why this issue has to be dealt with. Moving on, the transfer requires a bank account. So the government has opened almost 12 crore Jan Dhan accounts. That is good. It has also gone into the Guinness Book of World Records for this achievement. But the savings rate is only 48%, and this is a cause for worry. The issues troubling the transfer uh, area are two of them. That is, we require a lot of inter-government coordination. Now, if we talk about the LPG scheme, that is the Pearl scheme, in that not much coordination was required because only two ministries, one ministry and one department was involved. But suppose we have a scheme where lots of ministries are 1, 2, 3, 4 are involved. That will be a tad bit difficult, and it has to be coordinated well. Because we know in our government कि ये फाइल भरो वो फॉर्म भरो, coordination is a bit difficult. Secondly, the issue of supply chain interest groups. Now, in the supply chain, we'll have people. This is a fair price shop owner. This is the fair price shop owner. Then we'll have some wholesalers. Then we'll have some retailers, and all of their interests should be taken into account. Everyone is driven by profit, even they want profit, so their profit should be incorporated. Otherwise, they'll try to oppose it or do some lobbying against this scheme. Thirdly, and the most important issue is the issue of access. That the beneficiary should be able to access his bank account. In that, there are some really troubling issues like the banking coverage in rural India is only 27%. This has to be increased. For the increasing, the RBI has given new bank licenses. These are small finance banks and the payment banks which the RBI is implementing. The issues which are very very important are beneficiary financial inclusion. The fellow who needs the subsidy should be included into the net of social security, and that is achieved by this Jan Dhan account. Secondly, now this is important, beneficiary vulnerability. Now they have given an example. If we take the 3% of lowest decile of Indian population by income, they use only 3% LPG, but they use 49% kerosene. So if you are giving kerosene subsidy and somehow you mess up the identification and transfer processes, these people are going to be the most vulnerable. These are the most vulnerable. So so all these three things should work in tandem. I hope this revision podcast will be of help to you. Thanks a lot. Have a great day ahead.